holding our ball. Root down, store the energy, size of the ball, check it out. T stance, L stance, move the energy up and across, turn the hips and waist, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back and sit down, twist step, center with a T, out and to the side, flat of the foot, move the energy out to the tips of your finger, bow stance. Sit back, sit down. So everybody says, wow, this is, something I enjoy doing, it's easy, but check at the final movement right now, whether you are in Tai Chi posture. So every time we do Tai Chi, or every time you think you're doing it pretty good, please check your posture. We all can improve. So when I say check your posture, what I usually see is backs are arched and Tai Chi posture comes forward. So you're going to say, oh, that's two different things, but usually it occurs together. People arch their back. At the same time, they throw their weight forward. Okay? And you don't want to do that, to think that's natural. Okay, ward off. How do you ward off? Keep your Tai Chi posture, turn the hips and waist, bring down by pulling down, sitting back, storing that energy. Don't be afraid to store that energy. Lots of people are taking a shortcut. Is it because they don't understand, or they feel they want to save their energy? Twist step, T stance, L stance, forearm, use the core, get that power. Then turn hips and waist. And how? Sit down, sit back, turn at the hips and waist. Contact means to touch. From the center, push the energy through. Separate and roll back, and what? Sit down, push him down, push him up, push him out. Okay, all of that through my words sound pretty forceful, but I'm engaging my core. That's the stuff that's going to help you to keep your balance. Do not think that Tai Chi is an easy way out and just use your hands and your forearm or upper arm. It's the stuff that's in the back, our spine, our hips and waist. Okay, we're going to get into a single whip, okay? How? We're going to sit down and we're going to sit back. We're going to spiral up and out. We're going to sit back and sit down. Twist 12 o'clock. Out to the 9. Out into the 12. Hook the hand about 1 o'clock. Shift the weight also. Sweep across. Turn the wrists out. Single whip. Cloud hands. Sit back. Sit down. Pivot. 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 1. Rotation. 2 things happen. Okay, and drop your shoulders because you are obeying Tai Chi posture. At no time in cloud hands or any time should your shoulders be raised. Last rotation. Use your hips and waist. At 12, hook the hand, tee the stance, out, turn the wrist out, push out, single whip. Half step forward. Sit back, allows us to rock. Lift off the front, pat your horse. Cross at your wrist. Step out on an angle, palms down, gather the energy. Center the energy. Tuck the elbows, kick out right, in, L stance, tuck the elbow, expand that half circle, punch him in the ears. Sit back. Open the finger, turn around, left hand, left foot up, kick out, left, in, hook, stack yourself down, halfway, turn the wrist, pivot the foot, pivot the back foot, pivot on the front foot as you take a golden cockerel, toe, spin, hook, split, down, halfway, turn the wrist, turn the front foot, turn the back foot, set, pivot out, up, holding cockerel, heel on the zigzag, hold your ball, heel on the zigzag, spin the ball, shuttle right there. Sit back and sit down, pivot out, hold your ball, out with your heel, spin the ball, flip the top hand, put the shuttlecock there. We're on a zigzag, we want to go to a straightaway. Take a half step back, set up the right hand, push down, down together. One hand, two hands, send your foot, start in the middle, stretch out that knee, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, twist step, fist, spin out on your heel to deflect on the right. Bring it in, parry, then punch. Strip the guy off, open the fingers, roll back, push him down. As you sit down, push him up, push him out. Sit back, sit down, twist, open, in, embrace, right hand inside, move over, rotate on the wrist, palms are now facing you, push them in, make sure you're contacted, make sure your Tai Chi posture is already there. What? Drop the shoulders, flex the knees, heel, toe, heel, down. Okay, so let's come forward now, okay? Starting with clock wall. Good Tai Chi posture, dropping the shoulders, relaxing, but having a purpose in what you're doing. Commencing form, shift weight, on the toe, open, toe arch, heel rotate, deep breath, drop that water, use your core, reverse, make yourself small, flex your knee, hold your ball, out and to the side, move the energy, turn the hips and waist, part the wild horse's mane one. Sit back, sit down, twist out in a zigzag, shift the weight, hold the ball, heel, move the energy, turn the hips and waist, 2. Sit back, sit down, zigzag to the right, shift your weight, hold ball, L, move the energy, split the energy, 3. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin the ball to the left. Look at the right hand elevate, on the toe, set it off, set it up correctly. Ask yourself, are you in Tai Chi posture? Okay, so the butt's still tucked in, the chest is still hollow, the shoulders are down. Drop the front foot, drop to the dantian, swirl back, look back, all together. Lift off, heel, brush knee 1. Okay, and that energy should sweep around. Sit back, sit down, twist out on a zigzag, set it up, and brush knee 2. Sit back, sit down, set it up, and brush knee 3. Wow, that felt good. Are you in good Tai Chi posture? Are you following the front hand? Half step forward, sit back, allows you to rock the front, play your lute. Weight on the back. Center, elevate, glance, all together. Ear, toe, heel, pivot as you meet, slide back, push forward. Center, glance, lead with the toe, all together. Ear, toe, heel, unzigzag meet, slide, repulse. 2, center, higher, glance, lead with the toe, all together, ear, toe, heel, unzigzag, repulse. 3, center, glance, lead with the toe, all together, ear, toe, heel, meet, slide. Hold your ball on a T stance. Are you in good Tai Chi posture? Step out, move the energy, Forearm your opponent and pause. Turn the hips and waist. Do not move your hands. Now reposition. Sit down, sit back, look back, turn at the hips and waist. Contact means to touch. Turn at the hips and waist. Center, push the energy that you stored. Roll back, sit down, push them down. Drop the shoulders, push them up, push them out. Shoulders are still dropped. Other side. Sit back, sit down, twist step, hold your ball on a T stance, out and to the side, ward off, forearm him. Turn your hips and waist, reposition your hands. Sit down, sit back, no movement of the hand. All the energy is emanated from the core, push from the center. Roll back, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. Now ask yourself, are you in Tai Chi posture? Are your fingers about eye level, okay? Sometimes I tend to do it further down, but it's really right at eye level, a little higher, okay? Getting into a single whip. Sit back, sit down. Twist step, 12 o'clock. Out to 9 o'clock. Back to 12. Shift the weight, hook at 1. Sweep across, turn the wrist out, push out, single whip. All right, I'm going to reposition you now. So take a look at yourself. Right foot is back, left foot is forward. Left foot is forward. We're in a single whip. Out to the field, left foot forward, single whip. We're getting into cloud hands. How? From a bow stance, you have to what? Sit back, sit down. Twist brings you to 12, a cup at your left hand. Twist out to the 2, or 3, 2 probably. Move your hips and waist, 12. Move your hips and waist to 9, 2 things happen. Flip, close. Flip, open. Flip, close. Flip, open. Flip, close. Okay, right about 1 o'clock, you hook the hand, turn it into a T, across the face, turn the wrist out, push out, single whip. Half step, sit back, allows you to rock the front foot. If your weight is truly on the back, the front foot has no weight. Lift up the front as you pat your horse. Just come straight out. Do not lock your elbows. When you cross at the wrist, you're actually doing a martial art. So you're actually jabbing the guy on your left with your left hand. You're going to zigzag out with your right heel and turn the palms down, energy down. But energy spirals up and comes out with your kick out to the right. In, L stance, tuck the elbow in, come out expansively, but come in towards his ears. Sit back, sit down. Weight on the back allows you to open your fist, turn that right heel, left hand coming up, left foot coming out, kick out, left. In, hook, split, down all the way, halfway, turn the wrist, turn the left foot out, zigzag, adjust the back foot. At this position, to get out to a golden cockle, we spin our front foot out, we move our shifter weight and come up. Toe, spin, hook, split, down as far as you can. Halfway, turn the wrist, glide through the grass, through your leg, adjust the back foot, spin out to the right, come up as a golden cockerel. Heel on a L stance, hold your ball. Heel, spin the ball, right hand flips, left hand puts it shuttlecock. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, Hold your ball. Left heel out, left hand spins, flips at the forehead, shuttlecock right to the left on a zigzag. We unzigzag ourselves, back with our right, straight away, right hand comes down, needle, one hand comes up, two hands come up, join it with your foot, stretch the knee out, place the heel, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, pivot, fist the right hand, place that hand, change places, spin out to deflect, bring that wrist in as you parry, and then punch. Strip the guy off of you, open your fingers and roll back and push him down. Push him up, push him out. Sit back, sit down. Twist, open pivot, in pivot, embrace with the right hand inside, firm down on the left to allow the right foot to come in, spin or rotate on your wrist so that you're really touching with force. Bring the tiger closer with palms facing you, push with the energy of the left wrist out to separate. What do? Obey gravity. Drop your shoulders, tuck your knee, wrap around, heel, off the ground, toe, heel. Okay, and then I'm a little lower than I want to be, so I'm going to come up. But what I've learned over the years is that I keep my Tai Chi posture because I feel, why should I have to change it if I feel it's important to do Tai Chi, and Tai Chi is teaching me to be safe and to be more balanced, Tai Chi posture just stays with me. So rather than only create a Tai Chi posture just because you're doing Tai Chi, I would say integrate it. It doesn't hurt. You can walk and still practice Tai Chi posture. Why? You only move the weightless foot, right? You ground yourself, you lift it up. Something simple like that, but you're in good Tai Chi posture. So say you say, well, Tai Chi posture makes me look too small and droopy, and so you start to stiffen up and then you start to walk. More than likely, you will have two weighted feet or a foot that has some weight, unless you can reteach yourself that even in an upright position like this, you can be grounded. But you can be grounded even more if you just tuck your butt, hollow of the chest, drop the shoulders. And then maybe, rather than look at 4 elements, look at one element. I look at tucking my butt. Once I tucked the butt, I found that the chest went in, the shoulders dropped, my head is still dangling by that silver thread or the cable, and I'm in good posture. So although I don't relay or communicate in those words or phrases, you're going to have to discover stuff by yourselves, and that becomes more powerful. Say, am I obeying the principles? Because that's the stuff that's the backbone of Tai Chi. So just to go over some of the principles and helping you is that, yes, we are 50-50. Everybody do it with me, 50-50. And we know that one of the principles says we have to shift our weight. When we shift our weight, it's not just moving, but it's also grounding, stacking, obeying gravity. So we shift to one side, doesn't matter. We're 50-50. We shift to one side and we lower ourselves. That would help us with sitting down. Change the other side, shift the weight, lower down. What happens? We feel gravity grounding us so that our flat of our foot is firmer. We also feel that we have less weight on the opposite foot. Okay? So that's one of the principles. The other principle says that whatever we do on the bottom or on the top, we should match. So if we parted the wild horse's mane and we're in a T stance, what our bottom does, our top does. So how does that work? We always said that to check whether we're holding our ball correctly, the bottom hand always has to advance. The bottom hand can advance and go up. The bottom hand can go forward. Left hand is on the bottom, left foot is ready to go. Let's see how when we part the wild horse's mane, that the bottom is matching the top or vice versa. I cannot stand this way, and you should not, because both feet are weighted. There's no energy stored. Therefore, we're going to have to ground ourselves and weight down. Then we can hold our ball. Then ask yourself, is your shoulder naturally dropped? Is your left foot near weightless? Left hand on the bottom. When we step out, the bottom hand starts to advance. Move the energy through the system. As we flatten down, the bottom hand moves towards the front. Sit back, sit down. Twist step. Is our top going to match? We're going to root down. We're going to center ourselves. The ball helps us match. Our right foot's ready to go. Our right hand's ready to go. Storing energy. Step out on an L. Move the energy. Bottom hand advances just like the right foot. Part the wild horse's mane. So the right foot is forward, the right hand is forward. The left hand is back, the left foot is back. Sit back, sit down. Let's try another one. Twist step. We're going to hold our ball. We're going to ward off. Center, matching. We're stored the energy. We're centered. Step out. We're going to forearm. Left hand foot went out. Left hand goes out. Turn our hips and waists. Reposition our hands. We're going to sit back, sit down with our back, with our bottom portion. Will our hands follow? Let's see, but don't force them. Sit back, sit down. Use your core. Turn at the hips and waists. Brings you back. Put your contact, press down on your wrist. Energy still stored. Turn the hips and waists. Push the energy through. You stored it. You want to use it now. Separate, roll back, and sit down. Drop down. Obey gravity. Pull up, push out the energy. Sit back, sit down. Twist step, root down. Same with the upper. Center yourself. Right, right. Step out on an L. Move the energy, then turn the hips. Bottom hand matches the front foot. Pause. Turn the hips and waists. Sit down, sit back. Turn at the hips and waists to look back. Contact means to touch. Turn at the hips and waists, middle, push the energy. Separate the energy, roll back, sit down. Spiral up, lunge forward. Then ask yourself, are you still in Tai Chi posture? How do you know? You have a hollow chest. You don't quite have your butt tucked under. Your shoulders are down. Okay, let's get into a single whip. Sit back, sit down, twist. Oh, bottom and top match. Bottom and top match. Bottom and top match, sorta, because you turned your hips and waists. Shift the weight over, hook. Swipe across, push that energy out. Single whip. Bottom and top match. Okay, let's go into an easy one. Let's kind of relax. But in relaxing, we're going to look at our principles. Cloud hands. Sit back, sit down. Twist, 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Hips and waists turn you. Shoulders dropped. Following with the top and the bottom with our feet and hands and upper body. 2 things. 2 things. Use your hips and waists. That's a principle. Open. 2 things. Hook it 2. Out. single whip. Okay? Okay, come back. So did I go over cloud hands with you last time? So you know that I'm getting away from the word cup. So normally we would set it up. Watch that bottom hand. I'm not so worried about this guy now, okay? So watch how I sort of edit it, adjust it. I let that bottom hand just dangle, but as it gets to the round, it forms a natural cup. Rather than scoop it here, I'm exaggerating, scoop it here, just see the top fingers and go out into infinity. And whatever happens to this bottom hand, if you are obeying gravity, this hand will just sweep across. Then you feel more like you're floating. Okay, so just stand there and experiment. You don't have to get it done right away, but understand what I'm trying to tell you, why you don't have to scoop anymore, and why I won't say cup, but I will use the word dangle, okay? I will use, and I'm referring to that bottom hand. But all the time that we're doing this, we're addressing the clock, but not with our eyes only. We're using our hips and waists. So if you go fast, the hips and waists go faster. If you go slow, the hips and waists tone down their speed. That is Tai Chi. Okay, now, some of you are doing it really, really well and are adjusting your thing, but ask yourself again, are you in Tai Chi posture? Because a common mistake is that once people decide they want to do clouds, they stiffen and they lock their knees and their shoulders are raised because they feel the clouds are above. But the purpose in Tai Chi is for relaxation. The purpose in Tai Chi is to keep your posture throughout the 24, throughout the 10, throughout the 16. So don't ever get out of your posture. Don't ever get out of posture. Okay? So I think that we can all improve. Okay? I know we have challenges, and I mentioned it last week, and we try to deal with it. But know that those challenges are compounding poor posture, or they're putting more, they're compounding, or they're giving yet another area something else to think about or worry about or use in a different way. So, maybe, I don't know, that's a real hard one.
I want to address something that I've addressed before, and we're getting it, but some of us are not getting it as much as I would like you to be getting it. And this has to do with using the shoulder girdle, okay, the upper part of your body. It's for transfer of energy, but also to help you with your stability, okay? If you bring it in, you can bring it out, okay? You bring it in, you bring it out. But if you just bring it in here, you've not brought too much in, versus if the shoulder comes in, shoulder comes out. What if I just do this, okay? Maybe what I'll do is just sort of, I wonder if I can do it. Okay. If I just try not to use my hand so much, but you see, this is coming from this position here. So that's the function of energy delivery. So you need to do more of this. Otherwise, it's just, where's my hand? Where are my elbows? My elbows have not approached the center, and is not gone out. It's just rolling my ball. I'm just rolling a rice ball. as opposed to you want to bring it in, you want to dispense it. It's same thing here. You come in, bring it in, center, also accumulate energy. Drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, let go. Bring the shoulders, bring the elbows up, and then coming out. Okay? And you kick. But some are rather hesitant, and more so in other classes. Most of you are pretty good about it, but you can still get more bang for your buck if you bring your shoulders up as opposed to, you got nothing. You just went, as opposed to here, centered, so you know, bang, 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 plus the top part is centered. Everybody, I'm in a ball of energy, okay? And then I cross my hands to gain elevation, and I stay in the midline. And I come out as I distribute. As I distribute, this movement is not just, it's a roll of your shoulder. Okay, that's where the shoulder comes in. And then when you come here, some people just drop out to here and here. Well, you got one of these things, but if you are out, drop down, what happened? Shoulder came down. I'm centered, got power accumulated, distribute power back out again, okay? And then bring the power back in. Again, holding the shoulders, and this just happens to be, the hands are going for the ride. Up and out, okay? So pay attention to that. Even when you say, if you're going to part the horse's mane, it came from here, out. And then what happens? Sit back, roll it back in. Keep it there. I have power, I have center. Everything's down here, everything's centered, but I brought my shoulders down. Step out, turn, deliver. Okay? So, I think Cheng Man Ching says the hardest portion of the body to get flexible and moving in the upper part of the body is the shoulders. And that's what you need to do, because that's part of delivering from the core up here to, I don't know if you could call it the upper core, but this is the next level of power before it comes out to hands. Okay? So just think about, what are my shoulders doing? Don't worry about the hand. And bring it in, take it out, use it for balance, center and distribute.
I think our journey at this point is probably, you've already acquired sequencing and pretty good form for each of the movements, and then now we just have to go back and double check. Are we using our core? Are we still in good Tai Chi posture? Are we using our energy as efficiently as we can? I mean, those are things that, sure, people can watch you do it and say, hey, they know Tai Chi or they know the 24, but then the next thing is, are they doing it, or are you satisfied with what you can do, or is there more that you want to do? I hope it's this latter, that you want to get a little bit better. And we have to be realistic, but are we being realistic too early? I don't know. Okay, any concerns, any questions, any movement you want me to go over? So I think in a small summary, we look at Tai Chi as an overview, or as in a general way. We learn that there are patterns. The patterns repeat consistently. You cannot move from a T stance to a bow stance. You cannot move from a bow stance to a T stance. There are lots of things in between, and those in between stuff are the stuff that makes your body more powerful and gentle to your body. It makes the next movement easier and you've set it up correctly. But in the process of doing those little itty bitty transitions, that's the stuff that we sometimes glide over, but those are the things that keep us in a relaxed frame of mind and keeps our body well greased. To kind of brush over it, I think is not too good. So I tend to use the word exaggerate. So a lot of times we should exaggerate our movements a little bit more so that we know definitely they are clear-cut and defined, okay? So when you practice, that's what you should do. So I look at Tai Chi as a way of life. Yes, you can come only on a certain day and do it, and that's your exercise. But I think that it should grow on you so that you can do something more than just one time. And if you don't do it more than one time, something's missing. It's just like most of you walk, and if you miss a day in which you don't walk, something's not the same. So that's how I see Tai Chi working for us, okay? All right, enough time, enough talking. One really good 24, okay? And if we still have time, we'll tag on a 10 form, okay? All right? Drop shoulders, tuck butt, commencing form, shift weight, open, rotate, deep breath through your diaphragm, reverse, make yourself small, shift weight, form your ball, T, out and to the side, move the energy, turn the hips and waist, good Tai Chi posture. Sit back and sit down, twist out, shift weight, center, L, move the energy, 2. Sit back, sit down, zigzag out, shift weight, center, L, move the energy, turn hips and waist, final. Half step, center, spin, shift the weight, follow that right hand up, set it up correctly. Drop, front, bisect, swirl back, look back, all together, multitask to brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, twist out, set it up, all together, brush knee 2. Good Tai Chi posture. Sit back, sit down, twist out on a zigzag, set it up, all together, 3 and final. Half step, sit back, allows you to rock, play your lute. Weight on the back, tuck that butt, center, glance at the follow, all together, ear, toe, heel, pivot to the middle, slide back, push forward. Center, lead with the toe, all together, spin on that axle, repulse 2. Center, glance, all together, lead with the toe, spin on that axle, shift your weight. Center, open, glance, all together, modify that foot, and final. Hold your ball, round it out, T, store the energy, move the energy, forearm your opponent, turn hips and waist, sit down, sit back, let your hands flow with your energy and your core. Contact and push that energy. You have energy that you've stored. Use it correctly. It will direct your movement. Twist step, T stance, L stance. Move the energy, forearm, use your core. Turn hips and waist. Sit down, sit back, look back. Contact, turn again, push that energy out. Roll back and push him down. Push him up and out. Single whip twist. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Hook, out, turn the wrist, push out. Sit back, sit down, twist, dangle, 3 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Use your hips and waist. That sets the tempo of your movement. Do not let your hands direct you. Hook, out, push out, second single whip. Half step. Sit back, allows you to rock, lift off, pat your horse. Cross, step out on the zigzag, palms down, gather the energy, center the energy, tuck the elbow, kick out, right, in, gently on your heel, bonk them on his ears. Sit back, open the hands, twist, left hand, left foot, and out on an angle, in, stack, down, turn the wrist, turn, pivot to the left, pivot on the adjust back foot, spin out, golden cock roll, toe, spin, hook, split, stack, turn the wrist, pivot the heel, set, spin out again, golden cock roll, heel, ball, heel, spin, flip, shuttlecock. Sit back, twist out, ball, spin, heel, flip, shuttlecock. Half step to the back, swipe across, bend down on an angle. One hand, join it by the second, join it by the foot, stretch the knee out, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, twist, fist, change positions, spin out, kick out to deflect, bring it in to parry, then to punch. Strip the guy off, roll him back, push him down, push him up, push him out. Twist, open, in, embrace, move over, rotate, bring him up, push him in, use the force of energy to push him out. Drop the shoulders, tuck the elbow, flex the knees as you now close your form. Okay, I just want you to see how I close my form. Okay, so I pushed out. Good Tai Chi posture. I don't want to push out this way. Okay, I don't even want to push out this way. I don't even want to push out this way. I need to sit back. I need to keep my alignment. I need to keep my fingers straight. I don't want to dip any more than I have to. That's not good. That's not efficient. That's not optimal. It's bringing bad habits. Sit down, sit back. Twist, top matches the bottom. Pivot or twist, top matches the bottom. In, top matches the bottom. Embrace, right hand on the inside. Here, I want you to touch. I don't want you to be like this. To center yourself, you need to touch. It provides stability. The left foot now, this guy has to come over. We have to close, so we want to bring our feet together. We're starting the process by bringing it in. I'm rooting heavily down on that foot, the left foot. Left foot, I'm down here. I want to bear down here to make that guy weightless, and then I bring him up and I start the rotation. Once I bring it up, I need to come up. So I'm here, I embrace. I want to bear down, then bring this guy, but in the process, rotate on my wrist. How am I rotating? I've kept my contact and I just roll the wrist. When I'm at chest level, I'm perfect. My palms are now looking at me. I then can bring the tiger closer, and the reason why we want to bring him closer, just slightly, is that you then have that energy of your left wrist to then push, reverse the process, push it back out. So none of this is a hand motion. This is all coming from the core, through the limbs, and through the wrist. Even here now, we don't just drop and come down and put it nicely here. From this, you still have energy. The energy just went separately. What do? You use your core, engage your core, use your body to make yourselves. Pull back, make yourself small. Gravity takes care of. Once you've used up most of your energy, gravity just takes you down. Then we're apart, and we need to move in, then shift your weight again, balance off, close nicely. And then for me, this is not how I want to be, but I don't shoot up real fast, but I do shoot up or come up gently rather than staying erect. This is my posture. So you might want to try and test those things out and see how it, fits into your lifestyle. I don't know. But I would say if you all are really loyal and devoted, then maybe something that you're doing that's good that makes you keep on coming back might be an asset or an advantage that you can apply to activities or life in general, okay? Good job.